Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today I'm going to be playing some more Rogue Trader. Let's have a look. So we've just arrived at Kiava Gamma, which is our, industrial world. Something is clearly wrong. We had a virus put on our ship when we tried to land the first time, which required some dealing with. It's only 82 with a... we'll try it with a key.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
He's always boasting.
Intriguing.
I don't really know what to expect here, so... Ooh, is that going to be a fight, these corrupted servitors? Might be. We'll leave those for now. We've got some stuff over here. Let's check this box first, though.
The world will bow.
The Cogitator's panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, switches, and other control mechanisms. Let's look at the log. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archive stored on this Cogitator. 55 there. We'll look at them in order, though. First log. Praise be to the Omnissiah, whose might and power transforms dead metal to make manifest the holy visions of the machine god. The new protocols received at the Synod from the great fabricator Censor have been executed, despite those who shuddered at the thought of changing a standard procedure. Embolden your hearts, those whose inner weakness breeds errors in personal calculations, for the fabricator Censor is the conductor of the higher will and the wisest among us. Today, at the Supreme Assembly, the fabricator Censor unsealed the vaults of the sacred designs and committed those deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today, dozens of standard procedures were lost to be replaced by new ones, which the fabricator Censor will deliver to those who demonstrate the greatest devotion to serving the truth. The databanks contain no notion of truth. Could there have been, may the all-knowing one, the gracious keeper, forgive me, an error in the fabricator Censor's calculations? And he meant to say, serving the quest for knowledge? Alright, so this fabricator Censor is a bit sus, isn't he? Let's do this. Oh, we succeeded. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls, and you get what you want. The instrumental terminals have already been replaced, and the material delivery systems are being prepared for divine transformation. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed, for there are some in our ranks who doubt the words of the fabricator Censor and his votaries, and there are some who are not susceptible to the enhancement protocol that carries our tech comrades to enlightenment. May the deliverers of fate be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praise be to the truth that will reveal the path to knowledge shrouded in darkness. Okay, so there's, yes, some heresies going on here. So are these both the same? Yeah. Okay. It's a weird culty feel to what's going on here. Your mind is swathed in blue-grey smoke, Master Von Kallax, a heavy colour for heavy thoughts, I presume. A massive cogwheel constantly drives the something gear system, which is lost in the haze.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
You're a dangerous person, Lady Orselio. All navigators are, but your abilities place you in a special category. Who was this? Tech Priest. The lumps protruding under the Tech Priest's bedraggled red robe hint at the mechanisms implanted in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the archaic respirator augmetic. A click, a clank, a barely audible hiss, and only then the Tech Priest's vox finishes the word identification. Request denied. Pascal turns to you, his visor gleaming crimson. Registering anomalous behavior within this servant's organics and an invalid noosphere response. This unit is compromised. An 80% chance to examine the Tech Priest. Let's do that. Succeed. You carefully study the robe-clad figure. A black border of necrosis spreads out from around the Tech Priest's implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell in the bouquet of scents permeating the air around the Tech Priest. The stench of rotten meat. Who are you? The tech priest clicks his relay. Magos Custos of the machine. Magos Custos of the Machine Sanctum, Tier 2.0 identification. Where is the fabricator sensor? I will only speak to the person in charge of this manufactorum. Denied. The irregularity demands execution of Protocol 39-42 in accordance with the fabricator sensor's decree. I'll not be doing anything until I meet with him. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution of disposal protocol recommended. If you insist. The tech priest draws his weapon, and as the robe opens, your senses are hit by a fetid wave of rot. Oh. There's more.
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Okay, these are some beefy boys. Let's see. So Cassia obviously going first. So we wanted to kind of have eyes on this group, I think, don't we? It'll be Abelard. Should probably be around to support Cassia and just make sure she doesn't get smacked around. Pascal. Is that cover? Yeah, I'll pop you there. Heinrichs. Not too sure what to do with you. Maybe pop you there. Argenta. Oh yeah, we want you with that big group, don't we? We'll probably want to start her in cover though, because they're going to. Most of those are going to move. Then there's me. I'll start with cover. Cassia.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Grey hair, sure hair.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
No, he's not going. It's annoying. Alright, Abelard, let's give you quite a nice area to deal with here.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
We've got range stuff. I guess we'll give that to Argenta.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And cover efficiency, I'll pop down.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
The only one he hit was his own. And again. Oh. Alright, Abelard. Kinda want to get rid of that guy.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
Not the side I wanted, but okay.
I will do my duty. It will be done. Victory is imminent. An exemplary strike. It will be done.
He's not doing very much damage. How much shield has he got? 90% armor. 7 deflection. Wow. Yeah, he's tanky. Wonder if we can get that down at all. But let's put on Endure for now. Now Argenta. Burst fire would be quite nice. Maybe on this dude. Just come here. So we're gonna put this on.
Doubt is for the weak.
What about that? Alright, let's burst fire. Don't really want to hit Heinrichs, like, at all.
I'll do
Do
it.
it.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll be able to get some flame on.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do. Now, Heinrichs, huh? I can't remind myself what his abilities are. We'll buff him.
But of course, Lord Captain.
It's probably not that useful here.
I won't
Though.
object to it.
Yeah, so someone was talking about the offhand stuff, and it has grayed out his offhand attack after doing a main attack. So I think maybe it's an ability you need to actually equip. Yes. Well, could maybe dash into this one.
Let's see to it. Your reckoning with you.
Damn, I didn't realise he'd hit Cassia as well. They're occupying the same space now, interestingly. Now it's my turn.
Sow the seeds of discord.
Could be worth doing. I know it'll hit Abelard, but... let's buff... God, I didn't realise these are going to be on the same spot. That feels a bit weird. Yeah, let's give Cassia another go. There we go, she's moved. Let's...
If I may.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
There we go, there's a bit of something going on there. This one's probably not bad. Who would I give it to? Maybe Abelard, just getting to wail on that guy up
In the name
there.
of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
It will be done.
Let's get another opening going. Not very helpful.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty. It will be done. Target well struck. I've suffered worse.
Let's actually bring her into fairly good cover now. Gonna buff up Abelard. Just come up and whack him, to be honest. But we can maybe put some stuff on him first.
Science knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
Pick some of that one. How did they... What did... Ooh, okay. So took an attack there. It's interesting.
Running binary override.
Oh, is it Cassie's actual turn now? Okay. She might need to come out of hiding a little bit.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Another foe tainted
Die
blood.
here.
Why did Abelard take damage? Maybe these things are exploding.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I can make it.
Heinrich's clinging on somehow. Hopefully we can do something about this now.
Victory is imminent.
Both his... Not that I have movement points anymore, I suppose. Right, we've got a sworn enemy. Oh. Why can't I do that? Oh, we
It will
can.
be done. I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
There he goes. Alright, maybe we should do an alt. We could ability to make a number of weapon attacks equal to the wage of fire. Well, I'll probably want to switch to that. Or this one. No, we'll do this one, I think. We'll do closer burst, though.
I am his will made manifest.
Alright, let's give this a go. 71, there we go. Hey, hey! There you do it.
The world
Let's just come
trembles
back here a
beneath
sec.
my feet.
We need to get... where's our healer? Argenta.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Let's get on
Be
Heinrichs.
strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
You
Go.
have my thanks.
Have a little look at the loot we got. That's just a standard one, isn't it? I mean, I know I've picked it up. I'll probably stick it
Carry
in
the Emperor's will
cargo,
as your
truth be
torch.
told. The 16 Universal Laws, The Mysteries, a tome containing revelations of the Omnissiah, recorded in special binaric dialect. Only a member of the cult Mechanicus with a key to this cipher may partake in the wisdom of the machine god.
Embrace true power.
Ratobi pattern plasma pistol. Okay. So we can't go. That's blocked off now, right? So this is the way. There is this check up here as well. But I guess we don't do it from this angle, maybe.
The world will bow.
But let's do the level ups, and I'll pause if I have to do a lot of reading. Okay, what do I want to increase here? I've got loads of willpower. I figure even, yeah, I don't know. I am going to lean into the Psyker even more, I think. I mean, the weapon skill's okay, but... You can't beat a bit of willpower as a Psyker, I don't think. Talent. I wonder if... I don't suppose I can do another Psyker level. Ooh, hello. I mean, that's obviously that one. That's going to double our effectiveness with our Psyker powers, basically. So yeah, we'll take that. What about Heinrichs? I'll probably have a read through these, so I'll pause here. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of good ones, actually. I'm just going to take this one to get, like, 10 more hit points. Seems like probably a pretty good one to do for him. I don't know, really. I guess weapon skill. I actually gave him 12, so that's pretty cool. I guess you get some for increasing level anyway, so that's probably why that was. Once again, I'll pause here while I'm reading all these options. There's a lot of good ones, actually. A lot of them tie into his kind of use of plasma. Which is good, but I like this. I like the look of this one. So if he uses Machine Spirit Communion, which is kind of his keystone ability, his melee attacks deal an additional 60 damage and gains 60% armor penetration from what I can tell from this. I don't know if that text is reading right, but that sounds huge, so we'll take that. And in fact, maybe we'll stack his intelligence as well, because that kind of affects that. That feels pretty good. Abelard. Alright, let's have another read of these. I think similar with Abelard, actually. I'm going to take this HP boost. He's got quite a lot of good stuff. But he's only on 47 HP, so I think we need to get a little bonus on that. Agility, maybe, because I want to get his dodge up. There's a lot of good... Because he's an assassin, there's a lot of good assassin stuff that kind of is influenced by his dodge level. Well, it's called lethality, but it's... Lethality has the same rating as his dodge. Or dodge reduction, it's whichever is highest, but in Abelard's case it will be dodge. So I think if we raise that up, so... Yeah, so okay, so it gives him another 4% dodge. Let's do that. So we want to get that as high as possible, really, looking at a lot of his assassin abilities. Guess, yeah, okay, gonna read these. I quite like this one. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test against a navigator power, and they are failing those quite often, attacks against them gain 20 plus 2, so 22 times perception bonus, which is 6, that's 22 times 6. Sounds like quite a high percentage critical hit chance. The effect stacks, but is reset by a critical hit. So, she affects quite a lot of enemies, and then, the next people to attack them have got like a basically guaranteed crit on them. So I think that's worth doing. I'd like to do willpower again, I think. Maybe. says it increases the chance of resisting negative mental effects. Doesn't say that it... Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth doing. Okay. She's got such high HP. It's crazy. She hasn't even got that ability that gives her like an extra 10 HP or whatever. Okay, gonna pause here. There's lots of good ones here, particularly if we're sort of building up for a heavy weapon user, which doesn't have a heavy weapon yet, but I'm hoping we'll get one reasonably soon. But I quite like this one, bearing in mind that in that last combat we saw that the one of the enemies had pretty high deflections. We were doing 7 less damage to him with every hit. This will actually reduce that by 2, although it doesn't stack, so maybe that's not as good as I thought it was. Reduce dodge. Well, maybe I'll do this. They gain a stack of versatility whenever an ally grants them an extra turn. And we've got, when we'll have Jay back, we'll have 3 officers in the party, so we can sort of pump that up quite high. And versatility, if we remember, every stack gives her +5 to weapon and ballistic skills, so she'll be more accurate with weapons. But if she has 4 or more stacks, she'll also deal an additional 3 damage with every hit, currently. That's for every 4 stacks. So if we can pump that up quite high, that should add up. I think ballistic skill. I think we keep going with that. There we go. So that's our leveling done for now. Let's head up. I was kind of hoping to be down here. How do we get to there? How do we get to there? See, there was an athletics check there, wasn't there? I don't know. Maybe that will become apparent later.
Let's seize the opportunity.
There's stuff over there too.
My warp sight reveals something.
Okay. Ah, we're lowering that again. Okay, that's cool. That might be the main way ahead then. So we've got this trap here.
Never doubt me.
Intriguing.
There's a lot of nasty stuff around. Feels like another heretical cult.
Embrace true power.
Blood mixed with machine oil is barely visible on the dark floor. Okay, well, I think we time our run through here, do we?
The world trembles beneath.
No, get out of it, get out of it.
My Auspex has detected something.
Just a minor
Oh
setback.
god, there's more.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
That was a disaster. Hey, I'm inclined to return to the ship. We're not that far away from it.
I failed. The Emperor favors
The
me
world
today.
will bow.
Dark patches can be seen on this floor. They are smudged as though someone walked through them on the way to the footbridge. I'm going to grab these goods first. We will talk to the Lex mechanic. Oh, it's only 67%. Alright, we'll give it a go, I suppose.
Operation successful.
Plus 10 ballistic skill and 25% critical damage. It's pretty good. Ooh. Yeah, we'll equip those right away, I think. I'm inclined to give them to Argenta, who's currently wearing Parry Meliot. Yeah. That's decent, but this is just good. Plus 10 ballistic skill. Boom, boom. Plus crit damage. Good. Good. A small, heavily augmented man in a filthy, tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he hesitantly looks up at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from straps at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. You have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus. The tech priest decides to take a better look at you, after which he lets out a ragged breath and manages to subdue his shaking. He heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the rituals for the machine spirits of Foundry 95, up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn of something or other. They stopped the belts, and then they desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted. The others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupted cogitators. I watched as they were infected with the scrap code. And did nothing to stop them. I am recording a violation of the commandment of thine own forge be a true sentinel, postate Zeta 86. Your accesses are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. The icy rumble coming from Pascal's Vox causes the Lex Mechanic to lower his head, in fear and contrition. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in heretechnical abominations. I even accompanied the fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. You don't act like the other priests. The Lex Mechanic gestures at the wires and connectors spilling out from under his hood. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah, I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted, the scrap code is locked inside it like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference, I sense the malfunctions in my augmetics, but I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah, and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. Heinrich tenses ever so slightly at the Lex Mechanic's words. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator is in no hurry to act. You mentioned a monster, some kind of weapon? No, not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces and sent into the depths of the Manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. I don't know much, except that the fabricator censor saw that machine as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defiled the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived at the Manufactorum at the start of the uprisings. He did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machine on. It is a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations and chaotic calculations. Whatever that cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. How did your crazed comrades behave? Like the grace of the Omnissiah had left them entirely, replacing free thought and progress with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures blessed by the fabricator's censor himself, though what do the blessings of that rotten traitor count for now? Like men possessed, they set upon the sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes that didn't match any diagram or blueprint I'd ever seen. Sacrilege. You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower levels. The lay servants of the main units, they live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard that they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed the system for disposing of slag waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The Lex mechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. He trails off, belatedly understanding the subtext to the interrogator's words. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witness their obscenities. Well, Heinrichs, what do you make of it? Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more about the final dawn, the fabricator sensor, his mass, and about this machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but... The Lex mechanic drops his head. Even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmetic that was corrupted by the scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. The Lex mechanic taps a finger on the device hanging from his ear on several wires. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. Heinrich's expression shifts as he stares intently at the disconnected implant and the still intact connectors protruding from under the Lex mechanic's collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. Abelard notices the look on Heinrich's face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. Can the cogitator be disconnected and reconnected to another machine? Even if the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmetics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact with the system of my true flesh, to innovate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I'm safe, I swear that I'll immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy. In other words, there is only one way to extract the data stored in your cogitator. Heinrichs, no, don't do it. Lex Mechanic could have been privy to conversations that are vital to investigating the cult. We need the contents of their cogitator. The Lex Mechanic, who has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what is going to happen to him, and he begins backing away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. These words, Heinrichs pauses for a fraction of a second, almost as if he's reconsidering. In failing to offer any resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefaction against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. Iconoclast. Heinrich stopped. The leaders of the cult would never dismiss anything of importance in front of witnesses. Leave the poor man alone. Yeah. Sorry, dude. We need to know where the cogitator is. Even if the heretics' conversations are unimportant, I must know why the machine was so valuable to them. I'll tell you. The Lex Mechanic rummages in his ragged clothes until he produces a scrap of parchment. A different augmetic is responsible for my muscle memory. It has a data storage too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here are the coordinates. And the code. It's probably the code to the bay. He scratches out the numbers with his fingernail and passes the parchment to Heinrichs. Heinrichs' eyes bore into the smaller man's. At last, having reached some conclusion, he turns to you. He is a subject of your world, Dahlia von Brunicus. It is for you to decide his fate. He will be taken to my ship. After the cleansing rites, a place will be found for him there. Hopefully that decision doesn't come back to bite me. The Lex Mechanic is given the shuttle coordinates and hurries away. Heinrichs watches him go and then looks at you. Excessive kindness, Dahlia von Brunicus, gets good people into trouble. Let's hope that the corruption only affected the disconnected augmetic and not his soul. Come, we need to find this cogitator. Okay. There's a lot of injuries, but I think we'll just, if we're going to go back to the ship, we'll take care of things there.
Intriguing.
Is this how we get down? Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Oh. Okay. That's all that was. Quick way up and a quick way down. Oh, I guess we could have gone up to meet that dude that way, couldn't we? Not had all our flesh seared off in the steam.
Let's seize the opportunity.
You hear dull thuds from within the thick metal, as if some process, endlessly pounding, is running in the depths of these pipes. Yeah, I mean, we're only this far from the exit, so let's just go back to the ship and heal up, and then we'll come back out and proceed. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do on the void ship right now. We'll just, yeah, we'll go back to Kiava Gamma. Want to swap anyone out? I don't think so. I like this team. I think it's a good team. Combat effectiveness, but also, you know, skills within the mission. You know, with the tech stuff and the demolition and the awareness and various lore knowledge. All right, let's proceed. Let's proceed with our skin fully healed, non-steamed.
Beneath my feet.
Right, so we're into the new areas already. Let's have a look at stuff. Yeah, we'll add these Omnicyan axes to cargo, I think. Don't need that anymore. She's got a much better gun now. Don't think I need that. That might be good when I've got my proper staff. He's not my grenadier anymore, so maybe I didn't take that skill when I redid him. Yeah, I mean, it will give him a better parry, so, you know, why not?
A revelation was sent to me.
Is that the same as the last one we got? Oh, this is the warnings. It's kind of the same thing, though. Only an anointed tech priest. Which I guess isn't Pascal, or he'd be able to read it. Okay. Well, that's the fabricator sensor. Cubis Delphim. The massive Magos, clad in ritual garb, lets out a binaric trill and turns to you. From beneath the deep hood of his mantle, two dimly lit eye implants gaze out at you. You hear another binaric tirade, this time clearly addressed at you. What's the matter, little tin comrade? Implants on the blink? Forgotten how to speak properly? Fabricator sensor Cubis Delphim. You dare address me in the vile tongue of savages? Me, the steward of Kiava Gamma, lord of the machine world. Kneel, pathetic spawn, if you seek swift disposal. I might have to do his voice slightly differently, or I'm going to be coughing if he has a lot of dialogue. You propose that I, the rogue trader of the Von Valancius line, kneel before you. I'm giving you 5 minutes. No, not to beg forgiveness, to speak your last words and to offer your final confession. You are one of the troglodytes who once had the gall to oppress my comrades and resist my will. A messenger from the barbarian who drank the sacred unguents bestowed upon her through others' toil. Very well then, your appearance is the perfect opportunity to teach your ilk a lesson. My name is Cubis Delphim. I once held the title of Fabricator Censor of the Kiava Gamma Manufactorum, but I rejected it, along with the other fetters that hindered progress. Once my faith was flawed and led naive fools from the cult mechanicus into the darkness of ignorance. Now I am this world's master and serve the true gods. You tread upon their territory and you do not number among their legion servants. Therefore you must be subject to immediate disposal. As the senior functioning member of the priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Explorator Pascal Hanuman, declare this temple to the machine god compromised, and forthwith forbid all service within it. I dethrone the fabricator censor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed the Omnissiah, and condemn, as anathema, any and all standard procedures implemented by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operations he has put in motion be discontinued. Pascal switches to binary, and you hear dissonance burgeoning in the depths of the Forge Cathedral. Some of the giant mechanisms heed his order and go still, while others, obeying the fabricator sensor's will, continue their work. Crashes, explosions, and the clanging of crumpled metal signify that some dissent among the machines has interrupted the Manufactorum's production cycle. Hanuman? Liar, you are not him. Demence Hanuman obeys me. His mind is open to the voices of the void, and the scrap code he created protects my world. And I'll not have you, rusted refuse from the misfit caste of explorators, call me ignorant. This statement is false. Your regalia have been revoked. You have been deemed defective and will be eliminated. Pascal turns to you and says dryly, initiating heretic search, designation Demence Hanuman. I wish to execute the retribution procedure. What did you do to the governor? Is he alive? The removal of unserviceable artifacts was the first step toward retooling this world. Only my tack comrades heeded the call of truth that reached into their cogitators and allowed them to pierce the veil of empty dogmas. Oh, poor old Gaprak. 10 or so years back, he told me he felt uneasy in the presence of the tin can comrades. I mean the esteemed Adeptus Mechanicus. He usually complained about not having been dealt a normal planet. I'll have to honor his memory with a prayer once we've finished purging this place. Abelard brandishes his weapon. Thankfully, the fabricator censor here did not require any coercion to confess to treason. So you've traded one master for another? I would have expected a fabricator censor to be smarter than that. Fabricator sensor's vox lets out a piercing, barely audible sound that makes your insides shudder. I will rip out your spinal column and braid it around my staff, you arrogant creature. I usually prefer negotiating to fighting. Fighting destroys property and wastes resources. But in your case, I'm afraid that extreme measures must be taken. You may be driven by your will to fight, but know this. Kiava Gamma has already been converted. Its lines have been restructured, and its servants have already tasted the fruits of progress. In the crucibles of this Manufactorum, torrid liquid metals will be used to forge vessels for sacred spirits. The adepts are already tirelessly delving deeper into new mysteries that were once barred by false tenets. You, servants of fake gods, are too late. The entire might of this world will soon rise up against the anathema and his slaves. So many open admissions of heresy and so few sentences. Sister, how many death sentences would you say his words warrant? I cannot answer that, Master Van Calox. It is not my duty to measure the guilt of heretics. When the Adepta Sororitas appear before enemies of the Imperium, it is time to fire, not count. And now it's one of those times. Check the chronometer. Your 5 minutes has passed. I hereby sentence you to death, and I will be the one to carry it out. Comrades, purge the Manufactorum of any random variables. I must prepare for the culmination of our great work. Wow. He's certainly a thing. So we're going to find another way around by the look of it. Autosave.
The world will
Alright,
bow.
well. Guess we... Okay, we've got a... quite a big fight coming up, actually. I was going to just come up here and look at these goods, but we might get attacked.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Yeah, I'm glad we went back and healed up.
Stop. There.
What have we got? Oh, that's over there. That's fine.
Embrace true
Let's have a little
power.
look in here
See
before we
what
do
I
anything else.
found.
Duty prevails.
What this? As you approach the cogitator, you notice a number of deep scratches left by huge claws on its metal surfaces. Despite the apparent damage, the machine seems to be in working condition. Let's view the log first. Nothing there. Yeah, okay, activate the emergency bridge lowering protocol. You touch the levers and reels on the control panel and disturb the slumber of the spirits that reside within this cogitator. The machine dawdles as if still drowsy, but nevertheless performs its assigned function. Okay, step away. Alright, well that was helpful. We're going to be fighting pretty much all the way though, I think. Okay, nothing of particular use there. Maybe blow this up. I'm just going to come here and check if there's anything to search. Not really. But yeah, let's blow it up.
I better myself through my service.
An expected result.
Intriguing.
Something is howling within the metal housing as if the machine spirits of this cogitator are lamenting some irreparable loss. Okay, it's quite low. Let's force our way in though. Hey, we did it. Cool. Awaken. You touch the levers, blah blah blah. Still drowning, nevertheless performs its assigned function. Is he going to do something to help us? Yeah. Yeah, it did. Cool. Well, that was worthwhile. What have we got here? Staff of Blood. Might be better than what Abelard, Heinrichs is using. I'll have to have a look. Melter Ultima. Ooh. Ooh. That could be good, couldn't it? I don't have Melter proficiency. I didn't know we'd be getting anything like this. Ooh. I wonder if any of us have Melter proficiency. I don't think I haven't given it to anyone, so it'll depend if anyone's kind of has it by default.
The opportunity.
And this door, I don't know, did we kind of cut out an entire area? So there was a fight there, wasn't there? I guess we'll come out and maybe hit them from the back. Could be worth doing. What's this thing? Oh. Well, at least we can get straight to the heretic now. But let's have a quick look if anyone can equip this melter. Ooh! Hello, Heinrichs. What is this? Two-handed. This is an improvement on his staff. I think I might give him this instead of the staff, right? I mean, I don't really know what melter is. You know, as I said, I'm not that familiar with the lore. Okay, it looks pretty good. At least he's got the proficiency. He doesn't have the... You know what I mean. Let's give him some stuff. So he's got some stuff to chuck around. What about gloves? Yeah, he's got grenades. Flame weapons. So I'm guessing flame and melter aren't the same thing. I don't really have any sort of trinkets that make sense for him particularly. Okay. I'll do a quick save, and then we'll come in and do this fight. I wonder if we can get like a plasma shot on him or something. Alright, so we've got quite a lot of people. Some of them are quite far away though. Oh wow, no, there's like a whole group of them down here, look at that. The Scutarius are quite weak though. Apart from the Alpha. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting, but I kind of want to go in on this guy first, I think. So who's first? Cassia. To be honest, she might be better off doing this group. Heinrichs, I kind of want to hit him to hit with a melter weapon. Pop him there for now. Ablard I kind of want in the back just to keep us safe from these guys. Argenta, flamethrower could be useful against them possibly. Pascal. Again, sort of area attack stuff would be useful, I think. In there. And I'll go... I don't even know. I'll go in there for now. How are we doing? Okay.
If I may.
Slightly weird with the elevations there, I think.
Isn't this a job? I am a
Damn, didn't work.
Isn't this a job for themselves?
Alright, let's stick some stuff on. This will probably be a fairly big melee zone.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Cover.
If
Check
I
on
may.
them for now.
That is foolishness.
Stick range stuff on here. And voice of command on Pascal. She can still move as well. Right, tell you what, let's just bring her around into full cover then. Damn, that was a big hit.
Go hand in hand.
So I should be doing some pretty big damage now with stuff. I mean, that looks good, doesn't it? Go on then. And this is with the basic staff. I'm saving up for something a lot more impressive. Argenta, I'm going to give you an extra go. We want to be doing that as much as possible. You run and gun. Up to here.
Guided by faith.
And let's see if we can flame this guy.
Doubt is
Oh. Okay.
as the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's just run her back. Oh, why not? Oh, she can hit again. He's just... I don't know, maybe it's the cover he's in. It's weird.
High momentum.
I want to give the extra go to Heinrichs now. I want to see him go in with this melter. Oh, that's Abelard. Oh, damn, I thought that was Heinrichs. Well, Avalard, let's go up and take care of this dude then.
My
Just another opening, hopefully facing us. No. No, it wasn't. That's pretty useless. Alright, spawn enemy.
at your back.
That's not bad for a freebie. It's pretty good, in fact. Let's just put an endure on. Still my turn. I don't know, really. Let's give Heinrichs a bit more melee, why not? Pascal, hey? Maybe we'll come and do like an area plasma on these guys. We'll do that. Now we probably want 2 AP for the attack. Now Heinrichs, let's try this melter thing.
The Emperor is on our side.
Okay.
I won't object.
Did that hit him as well? It might have done.
But of course.
And I guess he'll put Endure on. Enter again. I guess, should maybe come here and flamethrower.
I'll do it.
We should just sprint into cover. There we go. Ablord, I think he's got this guy's number. Maybe just use our freebie attack. Come over this side.
It will be done.
Come on, give me a good opening on this side. No, it's rubbish. Alright, I'll do this. Too close. No. Alright then, well, we'll do this instead. 12%. Okay.
It will be done.
Cassia. Alright, I got some tricksy guys in cover. Which needs to be down a bit more to affect them.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
He's not moving. There he goes.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the servants?
Thorough take.
Oh, no one getting an opportunity attack. Oh, he's gone back. Right, let's see what my fire ability can do now. God, it still does bollocks all. At least this do a decent amount of damage. But it's applying it every turn, isn't it? 17 actually. Too bad. I can't give our gen to the other guy. Oh, no, maybe I can. No. Give it to myself.
I will try.
This thing, so he doesn't stop burning and doesn't make Tester stop burning. Yeah, so that'll just keep him on fire, won't it? Yeah. So enjoy that.
Purpose guides me.
High momentum.
Yeah, Pascal. I got this asshole over here as well. I might come down and do that on this guy. Melee version. 69. Nice. Okay, exploit. Give me another opening. Let's see, that's a better one. Let's really pump him up for this next attack. Okay. No, we won't shove. We want to hit. Nice. 2 big hits. Can't ask for better, really. But I might put that on... Oh. Can I see anyone? No, fair enough. So what's the range? It's only... Where's 5? You might be able to shoot from up here. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I think so.
throne's glory.
18%. Why is that so bad?
Naturally.
Does it feel like it was pretty good? We go endure. Oh, well, since we got this, we'll apply that to a few folks. Here we got Argenta. Yeah, this guy's burning. Doesn't mean we can't keep hitting him with fire, though.
I'll do it.
Keep building those stacks.
Faith without deeds is worth.
68. Not bad.
As the Emperor commands,
Get rid of any debuffs we apply to ourselves. Oh, we can hit again. Now, Blood, I think we need to... I mean, this guy's dead. He's probably going to burn out, so... I wonder if Avalar can do a little run over here. Might be too far, I'm not sure. But let's see. No, he can. So can we put Sworn Enemy on? We can. We'll apply a new opening. I'm hoping to hit this one though, so that should be okay. Oop, that's not it. Do it! I think this will be better.
At your back.
Let's put some Endure on. Cassia then. Maybe we can get this guy hit with a attack of opportunity maybe?
If
Or not.
me, if you insist, Lord.
Yep.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor.
It's Argenta, or she's all the way up there. Oh, we can still hit her. Alright.
Isn't this a job for the servants?
Do that. Burn it up. I guess we'll do this, just for the extra mobility.
the enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Oh well. Cassia, I guess I'll move her back just so she's not a target.
Of military tactics.
Me. Well, I might set him on fire.
One step closer.
It's doing more damage than the tooltip says it should be, which is good. Let's give her another go. Get all those lovely stacks. Bat stacks. I'm gonna come... Oh, she can't move. Okay, well...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's just make sure he stays on fire. I Has he put a double opening on that one side? So we'll expose weakness. Do that.
Request approved.
And I think we'll hit him with a big hammer. That's only 20%. What about... that is here. 100%. There we go. Blammo.
High momentum.
Whose go is it? Heinrich's. Okay, how can he shoot this guy? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's... can he shoot him from here? It's a low chance, but why not? That's why. I mean, nothing really of any great benefit to him or us here. That's fine. Argenta's got this. It's going to be completely unnecessary, but we are going to burst fire him. 91%. Yeah, that'll do it. Did he just miss a go? Alright, Abelard. Oh, hello. No, he needs to come forward one.
Tried and tested tactics are the best. Indeed.
Crump. See what these guys had on them. Power mauls, I think they're just something we can stick in the cargo hold. Power sword, probably likewise. Doesn't look that good. And a arc rifle. Nah, I didn't really find a use for that before. Okay. Some stuff over here too. Maybe some stuff up here. Oh, the trap thing was there. Oh, we'll just leave it. So, what is this stuff? Marks of chaos seem to draw your eye and strike terror in you at the same time. Oh, I enjoyed that battle. I feel like we're getting some good good weapons and abilities and stuff going on now.
Take heed, rogue trader.
Never doubt me.
So I guess we probably want to go up there. Broken panel is sparking. Its blind dark screen showing nothing. Well, actually, we want to go over there, don't we? That's the bridge we brought down. I guess we could do a little trip up here, just in case there's any secret stashes of anything we didn't see before. Doesn't look like it. But what I think I'm going to do is, now that we've kind of got to the end of this, there's a bit more conversation to be had, but I think we'll leave it there for now, and we'll do that when we come back next time. So thanks very much for watching this episode of Rogue Trader. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that'd be great. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the stuff in this episode, the combat, the world that we're on, the scenario, anything you like, really. Always good to hear your thoughts. And if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel, it'd be amazing if you could do that as well. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time for more Rogue Trader. Bye for now.